So listen up, because India's richest state, Maharashtra, just made a massive bet on the future of tech. They've rolled out a bold new policy designed to lure the world's biggest companies, and they're putting some truly staggering numbers on the table to make it happen.
And just how big of a bet are we talking about? Over 11,700 crore rupees. That's well over $1 billion. Now, this isn't just some line item in a budget. No, this is a war chest. It's a clear signal to the entire global tech industry that Maharashtra isn't just here to compete, it's planning to win.
So where is all that money going? Well, the goal is to build 400 new global capability centers. And let's be super clear here. These are not your typical outsourced call centers. We're talking about the high-tech brains of multinational corporations. Their R&D labs, their engineering hubs, their strategic command centers. It's a move to transform the state's whole economic identity.
So you've got this huge investment, right? And this massive goal. But what does it all really mean? How does this plan actually work? What's in it for the big companies? And is this the move that could make Maharashtra the undisputed tech capital of India? All right, let's unpack it.
Okay, first things first. We need to get on the same page about this key term, Global Capability Center, or GCC. It is the entire focus of this policy. So what exactly is a GCC, and why is India suddenly the global hotspot for them?
Think of it this way. A GCC is basically a multinational's own private A-team, set up in another country to handle critical tasks. The key word here is control. This isn't just outsourcing work to some other company. The parent corporation owns and operates the GCC completely, which makes it a core part of its global strategy.
And this right here is the crucial shift you have to understand. You know, a decade ago, GCCs were all about one thing, saving money. Think simple back-office support. But that model, it's completely dead. Today, they've evolved into these innovation powerhouses, handling core engineering, R&D, and even global strategy. They're not just supporting the business anymore, they're actually driving it.
And the growth in India? Well, it's been absolutely explosive. The number of GCS jumped over 58% in just 4 years, going from around 1,200 to over 1,900. India is already the world's leader in this space, and Maharashtra's new policy is a really calculated move to ride and maybe even accelerate this next wave of growth.
All right, so we know what GCCs are and why they're booming. Now for the big question, how exactly does Maharashtra plan to win them over? Because this isn't just about writing checks, it's a multi-pronged strategic plan.
The plan really rests on 4 main pillars. First, building specialized GCC parks with world-class infrastructure. Second, creating a direct talent pipeline from universities straight to these companies. Third, pushing development beyond the big cities, like Mumbai and Pune, into new urban centers. And tying it all together is a major focus on sustainability.
And get this, their vision for sustainability isn't some vague promise. It's incredibly specific. They're planning these dedicated green business districts with mandatory certifications, seamless public transport, walk-to-work campus designs, and full EV-ready infrastructure. They aren't just building offices, they're literally building the sustainable workspace of the future.
Okay, so the state has a big vision and a really solid strategy. But for a global corporation, let's be real, the bottom line still matters. So what are the actual, tangible benefits that Maharashtra is putting on the table to attract these hundreds of new GCCs? Let's get into the incentives.
So, at the very heart of the financial perks is a really clever choice they're offering. Companies can pick one of 2 paths based on their business model. Path 1 is a capital grant where they can get up to 20% of their initial investment back. We're talking potentially up to 100 crore rupees. Or, Path 2 is rental support with a hefty rent subsidy for the first 5 years. This isn't a one-size-fits-all deal. It's all about tailored flexibility.
And the policy gets even smarter here by incentivizing development across the entire state, not just in the established hubs of Mumbai and Pune. If a company sets up in what they call Zone 2, which is basically the rest of Maharashtra, the benefits get even better. You get double the power subsidy, double the rental support percentage, and a higher wage subsidy. This is a very clear strategy for balanced statewide growth.
But believe it or not, the support doesn't even stop there. The policy also includes a 10-year exemption on electricity duty, interest subsidies on loans for those Zone 2 investments, and even reimbursement for patent filing costs. And maybe, just maybe, the most important part, a single window portal called Maitri that's designed to slash through all that bureaucratic red tape. They're trying to remove every possible barrier to entry.
So when you step back and you put all these pieces together, the massive investment, the strategic infrastructure, and the aggressive incentives, It's pretty clear this isn't just another government policy. It's a blueprint for building a dominant, future-proof tech hub with a very specific, high-value goal in mind.
Because when you strip it all away, the ultimate goal comes down to this one huge number: 400,000 high-skilled jobs. And we're not talking entry-level stuff here. We're talking about roles in engineering, R&D, and global management. This policy is a direct investment in creating a new generation of highly paid tech talent.
And you have to understand, this initiative isn't happening in some bubble. It's explicitly tied to India's national vision for 2047, the ambitious goal of becoming a $30 trillion developed economy. Maharashtra is positioning this GCC strategy not just as a state plan, but as a critical engine for the entire country's economic future.
Which, of course, leaves us with the big question. We've seen the money, we've seen the strategy, and we've seen the ambition. With this incredibly aggressive and well-funded plan, is Maharashtra poised to not just compete, but to become the undisputed capital for global capability centers in India? Well, only time will tell, but the race is most definitely on.